2,600 years ago, two contemporaries taught the world the language of spirituality and understanding. For over 1,000 years, these religions flourished under India's finest rulers. Travelers from around the world wrote vivid accounts of the grandeur and beauty of a vibrant kingdom and called this land of Magadh as the heart of the world.
This is Patna, the capital of modern-day Bihar.
Embellished in today's modern setting, Patna's deep traditional roots help relive the stories of a bygone era.
This is the Patna Sahib Darbar, the birthplace of Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, born in the year 1666. ये जगह भारत के 5 तख्तों में से एक है.
Due to the religious persecution of Hindus by the Mughal ruler Aurangzeb, Guru Gobind Singh called upon his people to lay down their lives and to uphold the religion, and thus Sikhism was born. The Khalsa Panth was set off with emphasis on unity and integration, but primarily for the protection of the deprived section of society. Here, no distinction is made between the rich and poor. At the Guru's langar, everyone sits and eats together on the ground to wash away the differences of caste, creed and religion. And that is the essence of Sikhism. In the 4th century BC, the Greek traveller Megasthenes would have sailed on these very banks of the Ganges, as he described Patliputra as the greatest Indian city, a symbol of militaristic might and religious understanding under the Mauryas. But in the 6th century BC, Patna was giving rise to a host of scientific and religious thinkers. One of them was Vardhaman Mahavir, who renounced his kingdom at the age of 30, becoming a monk without clothes and without worldly possessions. It was at this temple in Pavapuri where he was cremated.
निर्वाण के बाद जब इस स्थान पे उन्हें लाया गया तो उनका अग्नि संस्कार में जब भस्म कम पड़ गए, राख नहीं बचा, तो जो बाद में श्रद्धालु भक्त लोग आते गए, उन्होंने यहाँ की मिट्टी को पवित्र मान के तिलक लगाना शुरू किया। पूजे के लिए लोग किलो 2 किलो करके अपने परिजनों के लिए यहाँ की मिट्टी को अपने अपने घरों की ओर ले गए। यह प्रक्रिया बहुत दिनों तक चलते गया, आज भी जारी है। उसी प्रक्रिया के तहत यह गड्ढा बढ़ते बढ़ते कालांतर में यह सरोवर के रूप में परिवर्तित हुआ, तब से जल मंदिर के नाम से विख्यात हुआ। इसमें कमल भी खिलते हैं, इसलिए इस मंदिर का पूरा नाम है पावापुरी जल मंदिर, पद्म सरोवर, कमल सरोवर कहते हैं।
मैं कई जैनों को देखा हूँ अपने सफ़र के दौरान, लेकिन मैं एक बात नहीं जान पाया, क्या ऐसा ये अस्थायी रूप से मान्यता है कि सिर्फ महावीर जी ही जैन धारणा के सबसे मुख्य प्रवक्ता है?
महावीर स्वामी जी आधुनिक काल के हुए, जो जैन धर्म में बहुत सारे कठिन नियम थे उसको इन्होंने कुछ हद तक सरल बनाया और जन जन तक जो पहुंचाया, इसलिए भगवान महावीर को लोग ज़्यादा जानते हैं।
We are from Coimbatore and we had organized a tour with 200 people from Jain community. We have come to Samet Sikharji, that is near Madhuban. This is the 5th visit for us on a religious tour.
I was always intrigued about what are the principles of Jainism, as in what is the essence of Jainism.
See, it is like ahimsa. We are not supposed to kill even the smallest insect. That is the main principle. And then there are a lot of principles laid down by Lord Mahavira that we have to follow very strictly. That is what we are following.
After some soul searching, it was time to make my way towards Rajgir. The roads here are filled with eccentricities, and the rugged landscape only adds an ancient charm to the region, making me wonder about the lives of people here. For it's on these paved roads of development that we find embedded the stories of a different India. Situated in Rajgir are the very interesting caves of Son Bhandara that date back to the 3rd century AD.
The western part of the cave structure has a doorway which leads inside.
Local legends say that the caves hold a passage to the treasures of King Bimbisar, and the only way to reach it is to decipher the inscriptions on the caves engraved in ancient Shankhlipi. Intrigued by the fact that the nearby Saptaparni caves is said to connect to the other side of the hill we're on, I set out with my friend Rishabh to discover the mystery behind all of it.
This is Pipali Cave. It is said that Lord Buddha used to meditate here after his afternoon meals. We climbed 500 odd steps to reach this place. I'm in deep pain.
The name Saptaparni has been derived from the term Saptadhara. In गुफाओं के पीछे there are a set of 7 streams which provide water to the hot springs that are in and around Rajgir. Really tiring the journey, but we'll still go inside and find out.
इसके पीछे सप्त सिंधु बहती है. The cave actually stretches beyond this point, but उसके आगे वो बहुत ज़्यादा narrow है.
How could a man who had everything you could dream of renounce his palatial life for one of suffering, trying to understand the meaning of life? My questions bring me to the Patna Museum to learn more about Gautam Buddha. For 6 years, he went through pain and suffering, almost starving himself to death before realizing its pointlessness. The Patna Museum houses the sacred ashes of Buddha found in Vaishali, where he preached his last sermon before he attained his nirvana. Today, Vaishali is a site of reverence for both Jains and Buddhists. Here, Ashoka erected a single-line capital to commemorate Buddha's last sermon, where he gave 8 main points. As he was dying, he was supposed to have told his disciples, "Do not forget what I have taught. Forget about me and my belongings, but not what I have taught."